Hello Virgo, welcome to my channel. Victoria here at Radiant Moon Tarot. We are doing your December 2022 general reading. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to you. If you're returning, welcome back. As always, I'm truly grateful for each and every one of you. Keep in mind, folks, this is a general reading for the collective energy, not a one-on-one reading, so not all the messages that come out will apply to you. Take the parts that resonate, leave the rest behind for somebody else. And you may want to also check out your moon, rising, and Venus sign readings as well for some more information. I do also have money and career, love, and also singles looking for new love readings. They're already posted for you separately. We're keeping this one all about you. Okay, just a little bit more of a general reading. We have family coming out here first for you. Okay, and December, December kind of goes without saying, right? This is a time of year when, regardless of what traditions or belief systems that you do have, this is quite often the time of year we have a lot of celebrations, get together, and we spend time with family. Now, family is a subjective kind of definition. Sometimes our family to us is our blood relatives, right? The people that we were born into or adopted into, and they are part of our actual relatives. We also have our soul tribe family, our chosen family as well. Whatever family means to you, it defies definition, okay? So this can certainly be the month ahead for you where you are spending time with the people in your life that you care about. You might be expanding your family, building upon your family, okay, or just enjoying their company. The message on this card: thy love is present in the presence of thee, a comforting veil that warms the heart and hugs the soul. Okay, so time to spend some time with the people that you love. And we have the wreath coming in here for you as well. There in the circle of life tends to breathe death. One is not without the other, eternally bound by the essence of spirit. You may be wrapping things up right about this time of year. Perhaps there's some things that you've had, some goals that you've had, and this is when things come together for you. Okay, things come full circle. All right, so this may be a completion of things in your world. Okay, the wreaths also can represent, obviously the spirit of the season, can represent some growth, right? Those circles of life, those ebb and flows of life. Okay, circles quite often do represent eternity, infinity, closure, completion, but also your opportunity to grow. All right, wrap up one area of your life and step forth into a new one. Okay, so all of this wonderful circular energy, you could even actually have something that is circling back to you with this wreath, because it can represent growth, possibilities. Okay, think of like the Wheel of Fortune, that kind of thing. And so there may just be something here that circles back to you in some way, or maybe you circle back to something. Okay, revisit a dream, a goal, a desire, perhaps even you're, revisiting where you grew up, your family home, perhaps. And this can maybe bring a little bit of healing energy to you, bring a little bit of excitement, okay, untold possibilities possibly, okay, because it can open doors for you. So let's see what else we've got coming out here. All right, we've got a twofer coming out here. We've got continuity, we have complacency, and we have wisdom in the whole. Okay, so continuity. This has to do with things following their natural path, their natural order. All right, and continuity can certainly speak to the fact that you are on the right track. You're on the right path with things in your life. And Spirit's encouraging you to keep on going. Continue on the path, the journey that you're on. Use your intuition, your wisdom to make little changes or course corrections along the way. All right, but sometimes, we just need to keep putting on one foot in front of the other, and we'll get to where we want to be. Continuity can also represent your desire, okay, or something that has stayed the same. So whether you want something to stay the same or whether something is just same, it's a positive energy in this. So for example, maybe you're feeling a little bit nostalgia. You go home to your family home and it's like, it's comforting because some things just never quite change. And sometimes we can take solace in the fact that we know what to expect. There may also be something here where with the continuity energy, okay, where something remains the same, but this may not necessarily be what it is that you want. We can find comfort and solace in sameness, in things that we know what to expect and things that just continue on their path and some wonderful energy, but sometimes it's not what we desire. With the complacency energy coming out here, okay, this represents a comfort zone. It also represents some inaction. It represents being accepting of things in our life, even if they're not what we want, okay? It can bring in some procrastinating kind of energy as well. So are you happy with things remaining the same? Are you looking for change? Knowing what to expect in certain areas of your life may bring you comfort and solace and pleasure and joy, but for some of you, it feels like you're stuck in a cage. So the complacency energy is bringing in this reminder that we sometimes do get in a comfort zone, where we sometimes do just put things off, or we procrastinate on things, or sometimes we let the fear get the better of us. So if there's something that you want to change, now is the time to get out of your comfort zone. But you may need some information too. We have wisdom in the whole. And this is a card of advice, of finding information, of accepting wisdom, and using the wisdom that's in your soul. So there may be something that you have been experiencing and that you may experience in December that builds upon the wisdom that you already carry within you. This can also represent that there may be a person around you that is very wise. They've had a lot of experiences in their life. They may give you some comfort, some solace, some support, some advice. And it may be well worth your time to listen to that, because you just never know what words of wisdom someone may have to help you on your journey. Let's see what else we've got for you. We've got the Seven of Forces with balance. All right, so at some point in the month ahead, you might be busy, you might be paying bills, you might be working hard, okay? You might find yourself spread a little bit thin. And Spirit says here that balance is the key for you. All right, when we focus too much on one area of our life, something else does suffer. Have you been working really hard? Probably to provide for your family, to pay your bills, to put a roof over your head, right? We all have to work hard. There's a lot of uncertainty that's around us these days. But with the family card here and the balance card here, this shows that there may be something a little bit off kilter for you. Perhaps you're focusing a little bit too much on work and not spending enough time with family. And this is a month and an opportunity for you to change that, or to set some goals and intentions for your future so that you can initiate some change and maybe find a little bit of a better equilibrium in your world here as well. Family can certainly also represent relationships, and balance within relationships is very important, right? Because otherwise we get one person that is, maybe complacent, and one person that is in control. And while that may work for the short term, it doesn't necessarily work for the long term. So whatever your situation happens to be, balance, finding that harmony, finding that little sweet spot, like riding the teeter-totter of life, right? When we have that teeter-totter, if you remember back to when you were a child, okay, we've got the teeter-totter there, and if you were really good with your friend or your sibling, you could find that sweet spot. You could find that place where you're both hanging in the air, and the teeter-totter is neither up nor down. It's just aligned. It took a while to figure that out, right? And I don't know why that came in my head, but anyways, but that's, it's kind of like finding the balance is like finding that sweet spot on that teeter-totter. You're not up, you're not down, you're just tickety-boo. We also have War of the Roses, the Six of Roses coming in here. Now, there may be something in the month ahead where you may find you're at a little bit of an impasse. This is one side over here with their opinion and their stubbornness, this side over here with their opinion and their stubbornness, and then something in the middle. So there could possibly be some sort of tension, some sort of arguments with someone around, maybe a family situation. Okay, may come in there for you. This could also be something within you as well. You might have like some inner turmoil here. How do I find balance? How do I make things better in my world? How do I overcome my obstacle? So when we have the War of the Roses coming in here, something's got to give. We need to find a compromise. We need to maybe look at things a little bit differently or try a different approach to something, okay? Whether it's a different form of communication, whether it's being open to someone else's point of view, what someone else has to say, okay? It's a little bit of a battling kind of energy, all right? And, it can be your inner battle, right? With this time of year, again, regardless of what your belief systems are, everyone has in common that December is the last month of the year. We're heading into a brand new year, and this can create a little bit of turmoil. We reflect on the past. Where have we been? What have we accomplished? What didn't we accomplish? What do we wish that we could do over again so we could do it better? Okay, and then we're looking into the year ahead. Where do I want to go? What do I want to change? What do I want to improve? And so this can cause this confusion or this doubt within us, right? So there's a little bit of inner turmoil. Okay, so one of the best things that we can do in that instance is take a step back, keep an open mind, and process that energy so that we can gain some clarity. Maybe some, a little bit of meditation and things may actually really help you. Connecting with nature may help you as well. It grounds your energy. It helps clear your mind, clear your head. Okay, and asking for advice. Those words of wisdom may come in there for you as well. And we also have the Four of Scrolls coming in here for you. And this is the karmic trench. So I think for some of you here, you are dealing with something here that is part of a karmic cycle. Something that you are clearing out, something that you're working on, something that you are trying to overcome. Now, for some of you, you are successfully closing out, especially with the wreath there, you are successfully closing out a karmic cycle. You may have had some things going on in your world that have been quite difficult for you, okay? And it's, you might be revisiting something and it's like, oh yeah, same old, nothing's changed, all right? But you might actually find the power within to change a situation and to do something a little bit different. Okay, so whether it is taking the high road, whether it's, clearing the air, finding closure on something in your world, okay, it can quite often represent letting your guard down, right? That War of the Roses energy, you might have your guard up with something, all right, and it may just require putting your guard down a little bit and letting something go. So you might even need to take action on something, okay? Because when we've got this karmic trench, it's like we're digging a hole, okay? And you're trying to find your way out of that hole in some way. You might even feel as though you've been stuck in a rut a little bit, okay? And so this is that invitation that you might need to do something a little bit different, okay, than what you've already been doing. Or maybe even think about things on a different level, a different perspective. But let's see what else we've got coming in here for you. And we have the Angel coming in, and this is actually the Temperance card, all right? A divine higher genius coming in here, all right? So this is your guardian angels, okay? Your angel spirits, guides, past loved ones even, bringing in some calming energy, bringing in some healing energy for you, and helping you restore balance and find moderation and peace somewhere in your world. Your spiritual soul tribe is always around you, always helping you, always guiding you, always showing you the way, always giving you signs and symbols, okay, trying to, steer you away from, from evil, so to speak, and put you back on track and encourage you when you're on the right track. Pay attention to all kinds of signs, symbols, and synchronicities in your world. Pay attention to your dreams as well, okay? We do get these messages, these signs in very interesting ways. Be a great month for you to find a little bit of quiet time to, to find that time to meditate, to calm your human mind and connect with your higher self, with your soul, with your spiritual side. Okay, with that, there's messages there for you. There's guidance, there's help, there's support, there's healing for you there to help you find peace in a situation. All right, this also brings in an energy of balance. Okay, so your soul tribe here, your spiritual family, if you will, wants you to find balance in your world, everything in moderation, okay, and patience is the key. So you might need to take some action there in some regards, okay. So we also have the Reaper, and the Reaper, this is the Death card, okay, passages to initiation on this. So there's something here that's changing or something that needs to change. You may be experiencing in the month ahead a time of spiritual growth. The Death card here, this is where we cut something out. So again, you may have some closure of some cycle, some issue that you've been dealing with, and change is in the wind for you. You're finding a better way. You're letting something go. You're cutting some sort of ties or cords here. You're closing out a cycle, okay? And you're looking forward to the future with a lot more possibilities. All right, you're finding peace. You're finding healing. This is certainly some very spiritual energy coming in here. This is all about you, okay? So a time of peace, of calm, of healing, but also that spiritual growth, connecting with your higher self and your spiritual soul tribe there. I think you're being very protected and very guided on your path. But you may need to initiate some sort of change and some sort of action, and we've been saying that already anyway. You can be in control of your own changes. You can be in control of whether you want to let something go or not, if you want to try a different path, a different way, okay? You can very much be in control of that, and that can certainly benefit you because it does bring some peace and does bring some healing and maybe even some closure in here for you as well. We have the Two of Scepters, okay? The Two of Scepters is the Two of Wands energy. So a little bit of discernment may be the key for you, okay? The twos are about balance and harmony, but they're also about decisions. So you might need to make some sort of decisions about where you want something to go, okay? The Two of Wands energy is where we kind of keep an open mind, we keep an open heart, we're finding new sources of inspiration or guidance. We're trying to figure out what our next steps are. You might have an idea of something, maybe some bright ideas, okay? But you may have an inkling of something, and now it's time to put your thoughts, your ideas into some sort of cohesive format, okay? Gather your thoughts, okay? Take that step back, but we're keeping an open mind when we've got the Two of Wands energy, okay? So keeping that open mind can certainly help you, but you see here, we've got this guidance here, we've got balance, we've got letting something go, we've got moving forward, we've got embracing change, and this is resulting in our removal of blocks and obstacles, digging yourself out of this karmic trench, finding peace among the War of the Roses, okay, finding a peaceful resolution, okay, finding a different way and restoring some balance in there. So you might have some important choices to make here, and I feel here that you certainly do have that ability to make the right choice, and this opens up your world for you and, allows you to see forward in a much more positive light. We've got the Ivory Shield coming in here, and this is absolutely beautiful energy. This is actually the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups really does highlight your spiritual self, your spiritual side. So I think you're certainly stepping into a position of power. Okay, a position of strength for yourself. I think you're experiencing some spiritual growth in the month ahead. You're clearing out, again, as we said, some karmic cycle, something that you've been dealing with. All right, and you're moving forward, and your ability to trust your intuition, to connect with your higher self, okay, it's very powerful and very strong. But the ivory shield, the Queen of Cups here, also does bring about a big healing element to your situation. So finding a peaceful resolution, resolving some issues along your journey. And this is bringing in a whole bunch of love, of peace, of calm, of healing. This may be a person in your world here as well that may give you a little bit of advice or wisdom in your month ahead. Okay. And when we have this energy, you are open to that advice. You're embracing some advice. You're listening. You've got an open heart. You got an open mind here. All right. So, again, there might be somebody around that really does have your best interests at heart that can help you somewhere on your journey. But this is like spiritual growth here. I feel that some of you are going to have, not only are you stepping into your own personal power, but I think here that you're doing some hard work. Okay, and you have been doing some hard work for a while on yourself. All right, and this is the time when you kind of feel that release, because the Death card can certainly be a release. We're using the scythe that Mr. Death there is holding, and we're cutting away any resistance, any blocks, any obstacles, any preconceived ideas or notions, and we are moving forward. And remember that complacency energy, right? Sometimes we feel stuck in a rut, and sometimes we need to really initiate some sort of action so that we can move forward. Okay, so there might be some changes here that you are very much in control of, but there might be some changes here that you're not quite in control of, but this can actually open some doors for you. That Two of Wands there is an open door. And sometimes we do get a little bit stuck, and then we get some divine intervention, okay, that creates a situation in our world where we have not really a lot of choice but to embrace some change. But with the Queen of Cups energy there, that ivory shield, you are shielded and protected. Your heart is open, and there is that peace, resolution, and healing on the table for you. There may also be a little bit of love in the air, restoring a loving connection where something may have been a little bit cold or distant. So let's leave that there. The Queen of Cups also brings in some very happy vibes, by the way. Okay, so let's leave that there. Grab a couple last messages here for you. And we have hearts. Open your heart. Your heart is healing. Okay, you have an ability here, an opportunity to perhaps heal and mend a situation, or at least you are opening up your heart chakra. You've got some inner peace coming in for you, right? This spiritual growth, this personal growth, and this healing energy that's coming in, opening your heart and feeling the love that is in the air. Okay, so you could have a relationship that is restored. You may even be making a very important, very difficult choice that makes you happy. It may result in a little bit of a broken heart initially, but you move past that. Okay, and sometimes, especially that complacency energy, if we do get stuck somewhere and if we're at an impasse, right, like that Six of Roses, and it's like, oh my God, I'm doing the same old story again and again. Sometimes we need to make those difficult decisions that do give us heartbreak and loss, but are actually opening doors for the future for us, right? Sometimes the most difficult decisions are the most rewarding in that, okay? We also have travel coming in here. So yeah, some of you are maybe traveling to see some family. You may have some family traveling in to see you. Okay, you might be making plans for a journey, for a trip, for a vacation. Okay, maybe a little short getaway, maybe something a little bit more exciting, maybe traveling overseas. This could be something in December or something that you're planning for the new year. Maybe even some of you are doing something really exciting for New Year's, maybe like going to Vegas for New Year's or going to New York and watching the Times Square ball drop or whatever that thing is. Okay, something a little bit exciting for you. But travel is also representative of moving forward. breaking free, moving forward. You're packing your bags, you're packing up shop, and you're moving to the next stage, the next phase of your life. And it's a lot, it's very exciting, okay, whatever that looks like to you. All right. Some of you may actually be even moving to a different town. Okay, moving to a different city, moving to a different job, okay, moving to a new home. All right, this may or may not happen in December, but it may be something that you are working towards for the new year. Okay, could certainly indicate some changes in the wind, just like the Grim Reaper there with the Death card. Okay, so out with the old and in with the new. Okay, it's the order of the day for you guys. All right, so I'm gonna leave that there because I think there's some very interesting things happening for you in December. Okay, maybe a little bit of inner work though. Okay, so I'll leave that there for you. I hope there was something here in this reading that resonated on some level. If so, please give this video a thumbs up by hitting the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic December, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.